Hey everybody, it's Joseph Shepard and welcome to Exposed After Dark. Now today she came across the pond and click bitch, there really is no place like home. It's Awhora.
Hello, motherfuckers, slags and lads. The bitch is in the house.
You are in the house.
This is the house. Expose.
We've been trying to do this for a minute. I'm so glad that you're like in person.
I mean, it's been, what, 5 years since I was on the show?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we've been trying to do this for, what, like 3 years?
Yeah.
Since every time we've done Drag Con LA.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And there's no Drag Con LA.
And yeah, we fucked that.
Whatever. So I want to know from you, you had an incredible season of Drag Race.
Stop.
You really did. I will tell you
No.
that I was rooting for you all along, but it was when you came out in your blue.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When you made that garment, I said, I think this is the best thing I think I've ever seen somebody make.
Yeah, it's still to this day, and I say it all the time, grates my bones so much that I never got to, like, because obviously our season aired during COVID, so I never got to see like a viewing party reaction or like a, you know, because like everyone, every time people speak to me, they go, everyone was on the floor screaming, like gagged, and I was like, really? Because I was sat in my living room watching it. You know what I mean? But yeah, 7 hours made that outfit out of plastic bags.
It was so good.
I mean, they didn't let me win the first sewing challenge, so I thought, right, I'll show you what I can do then.
Yeah.
And I went off.
You did go off. And I was glad you did. And I know that fashion has been a big thing in your life.
Yes.
So tell me about how you even, what was the fashion bug? Like when you were little, did you feel it? Or when did you start feeling?
It was back years and years ago. Disney did this doll, Cinderella doll. And you got a doll and you got some like silhouettes with like tags on the back. You know, like when you used to get paper dolls.
Uh-huh.
And you cut this fabric and you'd lay this down, a stencil, and cut out these shapes. And basically the tags, you could tie them in knots to join instead of sewing.
Okay.
And it was a doll. And I just became obsessed. The dresses were shit. So I was like, I need to make better ones. And then I started making doll dresses out of kitchen roll with sellotape on dolls. And then it just became like an obsession with it. But where I live, where I'm from, is such a small town where like, it's like outbacks, like nothing, nowhere around, no shops. No clothes, no Vogue magazine. And so it was just this world that I was so fascinated by, what I just didn't know of.
Yeah.
So I was like, how can I get into this? Like, how can I like touch the skin? So that was it. I was like, as soon as I get old enough, I'm leaving this place and I'm just going to become a fashion designer.
So how did you touch the skin for the first time? Like what was the moment?
So when I left school, it was when I was doing an arts project. We have something called GCSEs in the UK. And so I was doing this, when you submit your sketchbook to go to college, they were looking for my work and I wanted to be an art teacher, like an illustrator. And there was like, there's something distinct in everything that you're drawing if you look through your sketchbook. This was one of the mentors. And I was like, what? And he was like, you were drawing women and stuff, that's great. But what you're drawing, what doesn't exist is the clothing they're wearing. It was like, you're actually designing outfits on these people. And I didn't even clock it.
Yeah.
So I was actually drawing like gowns and looks. And they were like, you are a designer. And that was when I first was like, okay, maybe I need to go back to this then. So I just decided to go to a college way out of my town and got on a design course, learned to sew for the first time, then got into the world's leading fashion school in London and moved away.
That is crazy.
Yeah, in 2 years. Yeah, and I did 3 years master's, 3 years women's wear degree, moved to London, changed my whole life and loved it. Made clothes for famous people like Rita Ora and stuff, and all happened. I had my own collection in H&M.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
How did that even come to be?
In university, there's this thing where you have obviously different projects each term. Like, so one of my projects was, it was to do something that was sustainable, completely like no one's ever done anything like something that is resourceful, mindful, and environmentally friendly. So I was like, right, okay, so and you had to incorporate a culture. So I went into like it's a culture called wabi sabi or wabi sabi, and it's a Japanese culture where basically it's a thing where they when they gift presents as a love language, it's not about the gift you get, it's about how it's wrapped.
Okay.
So they will use like bamboo and leaf and do all these like insane like architectural like constructions or like these ways these are braided, and you'd go, that is like the reward, the attention to that. So I thought, how can I make clothes in the way that they wrap stuff without sewing at all? So I got all this donation stuff, bleached it all one tone, and I braided clothes together, so there was no machinery involved. And H&M was like, this is so insane. And they put it into a collection in the store.
That is so cool.
And when I was that was in my first, that was my first year in school, in uni. And when I first moved to the school, I wasn't taken serious at all because the way I talk, and I'm from like a back end. So like people were like, most of the school is filled with like rich people who buy the way in most of the time, or people who are just from extreme fashion backgrounds. Me coming from a fish and chip shop in the middle of nowhere, no experience, no work experience. So they just all looked down on me. And when I won that, H&M was like, you're gonna be something. And so then that one was in the school, I think, kind of was like, okay, like we should pay attention to this kid.
Yeah.
And then that's when it just changed for me. And I left with a 1-1 first degree. The highest you could get.
That is insane.
So like that is kind of like, as much as I love drag, I do want to go back to that. Like drag, I'm not obsessed with drag in the way of like I love the look. I love making stuff, I love styling it. Like I don't care to be on stage. I just like to make clothes.
You like more of the aesthetic part.
Yeah, like I did drag because I was making clothes and people weren't wearing it right. And I was like I just send stuff to insane stylists or send stuff to like really cool influencers, and she'd wear the dress backwards. I'm like, you fucking got it on wrong. Like now I can't put these photos anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, how can I get this to happen? I was like, I just need my own muse. And I was like, fuck it, I'll be my own muse. And then I just kind of created Awhora. It's like a fashion model.
I want to talk to you about another thing that you mentioned, Awhora. So I want to talk to you. So you were on a little show called X on the Beach. And you put out a post around that time. And do you remember the statement that you made?
Yes.
So you basically said, a few years ago, I made the decision to become Awhora, a decision I made out of a heartbreak as an escape from hating and unloving myself.
Yeah.
I was so in love with someone that when it ended, it felt like my life had ended, when in reality, it was only just beginning. I chose to curate a character that represented everything I wasn't, someone overconfident, someone intimidating, strong, bitchy, opinionated, who was untouchable, but almost a monster of the things that for so long I was suppressed from and made to feel I could never be being the scared little boy I was. So I want to know from you how Awhora came to be, and do you think that there's been a progression from when you started her to where she is now?
Yeah, I mean, I created this was, Awhora was this thing that I was illustrating as like my fashion muse, my model. And then I was like telling it, but she wasn't called Awhora, she was just this fashion cunt. And so then basically it was that relationship. I was with this guy for 3 years. And we was in a really bad homophobic attack, like a knife attack in London. And basically, from that happening, I became dependent on him. But his resilience to it was to become abusive, which is fine. Like it's not like it's always not fine, but like I could understand his what's the word, like
his mindset,
response,
his
like
response,
his response to it, and I got it, but like. And then basically he was just kind of saying to me, like, it got to a point, I used to work for Jodie Harsh. There used to be a place called Dollar Baby. It was like a Klub Kids night. And I used to go there and work. And every time I was going there, he was cheating on me. And then when I was coming home, he was beating me up because I was dressed feminine. And then eventually I was like, well, you can't love me. Like, why are you doing this? And he was like, look, he was like, you're too feminine. And you need to mask up. He was like, you dress like a little fucking whore when you go out in these Club Kid outfits. Because I used to wear like berets, fishnets, bit of boy makeup, you know. And he was like, it's not okay. And he was like, you're nothing but a little whore, you need to mask up. So I thought, well, how can I own being a whore, become feminine? I thought, right, I'm going to take this fashion thing I've created and become everything I'm not, what he's telling you I can't be. Because he was like, you're not confident. So I thought, I'll own it. So I did that as like a revenge on him. So I thought, how can I own being a whore, become myself a whore? How can I become feminine, become a drag queen? And I'll just be the worst thing that you ever wanted me to be.
Yeah.
And we used to watch that show every Thursday together. And then he sat with his new fiance and watched me on the show. And that was the best karma I could have ever asked for. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it was. So then, obviously, yeah, I created Awhora in that way. And then when I got on the show, when I applied for the show, I was like, you know, I don't want to be Caddy Harron. I want to be Regina George. I want to be the girl who pushes, you know, gets pushed in front of the school bus and everyone feels sorry for her when really she's a little bitch. Like, I was like, I want that. Like, I don't want to be the person in school. I want to be the person who bullied me in school. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not spending like, I love people for it. Like, I love Taste for it. Taste is just Taste in a wig. The same person. Love that. But for me, I don't want to spend 5 hours just to be me.
Yeah.
Getting ready. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't want to sit there learning makeup, learning hair just to be me in a wig and a costume. No. I want to fucking be Glenn Close and Cruella de Vil. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I thought I'm going to try and step this up and I created this thing. But then when I got on Drag Race, like, Rue hated me for the first few episodes. He never made it apparent.
But you felt it.
I knew he didn't make eye contact with me. Like, you just sometimes you just know. You can feel it. And I was like, ugh. And then we had the break. When I came back, like, I had this whole, like, resurgence over myself. And I thought, I kind of, like, broke the barriers down. I thought, I don't need to pretend to be confident. I don't need to pretend to be a bitch. I am. But, like, own it. Like, don't blame it on the drag, like, own it. But then I do it. I'm not like a nasty person. Like, I'm a bitch, but I'm like, girl, you want that down the runway? Like, it's not, I'm not being awful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I'm just joking. I'll be like, with Kin, for instance, I'll like say to her, like, she'll walk out, I'll go, oh, you're wearing that? All right. I go, I'm just joking. Like, I'm like that. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like, that's the thing. And like, that's my thing. Like, I'll be like, then also I go, like, I'm goofy about it. Do you know what I mean? And that's the lovable charm with it. But then I realized, like, watching myself on the show, I was like, ugh. I got like a bad taste for it. I was like, I cringed myself out where I'm like, I'm not being me. So when we went back for the second part after when we had the break, I just was myself. And then that's when I think people fell in love with me a bit. But it was hard to then watch the first few episodes where I'm just a sourpuss twat. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel that if the break hadn't happened, that you would have
I'd
been
have ruined it for myself.
Yes?
Yeah. 1,000%. I'd have just kept it up. It would just fit, you know, that I think that time in COVID, what everyone had when you just was sat in a room with yourself and you had time to think about stuff. And I had a lot of time to overthink stuff. So I think I came back and I was like, my mum was like, oh yeah, how's it going? Obviously you're not meant to say, but I was like, it's doing really well. I'm still in, blah, blah, blah. But I was just like, I don't know, like, and I came back and Rue did say, like, there's something different about, it was like, you're baby George now. It was like, you're just different. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was like, I love you. It was like, really didn't like at the start. It was like, but I like you now. And then obviously I started winning stuff and obviously paid off. Do you know what I mean? So it was good. So I'm glad, but I would love to go back now and be able to just be myself. Because I'm just, you know what I mean? I watch back now, I go, like, when in my audition tape, I actually say, I don't want to be, and I still stand by this, I don't want to be the queen where you can walk into a bar and feel you can go talk to a harasser for a photo. I don't want that. Yeah. I don't want, no offense, the annoying twat. What you get, who's drunk, coming up to you with bad breath, saying, oh my God, I love John. Like, thanks, love you, but then it becomes like full meet and greet for 6 hours. Yeah. I want the people who are fierce, who look cunt, who've got bollocks, who've got something about them, who go, you know what, I liked her on the show, I want to fucking talk to her. Because they're not scared of me, because they're confident. So I wanted that audience, that's what I got. I got the bastards who became my fan base. Yeah. And like the people who come to see me at the meet and greet, they're not the gays who are like shy. They're the ones who are like, diva, con. and I'm like, gosh, I didn't sign up for this, but I did. So like, I love it. Like, I love it. Like that. Like, I you know, my fan base is the mean gays, which I love. Yeah, I love that you call them the mean gays. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. You know the mean gays on the TikTok, so they're like, when they walk in with the grand hook, they're like, oh, you don't look like your picture. That's my fan base. Yeah, but I love it.
You just mentioned you do want to go back at some point. And that was a very common question that people were asking. I know that there were rumors and stuff that both you and I think Taste had been asked for versus the world with a Canada before. But I do want to know, and I know that there was also some things basically saying that you want basically Rue to be the one that judges.
I will only do it if Rue's there. Yeah. But I would love to go back. I feel like I'm ready now. I always said, once I feel like I've done my thing, what I can do with what I've been given, and I'm sat there in my living room wanking my dick with nothing to watch, I will go back.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to go back while I was still booked and working and go on and do something to ruin myself or do something that is out of my control where the work will then stop. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to fuck it up before it's...
Before you...
Yeah. Why fuck something up what's not fucked yet?
Yeah.
So like, I'd rather be fucked and then nothing's a loss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
If that makes sense. So
No.
I was, and like, the thing is like, I have been off the show now 5 years. Never gone back once, done anything with the show. So I feel like to still be even here in LA, booked, I can't really complain. Like some girls have done the last season and aren't working. Lovely girls, but it's hard. It's harder now. Like we're lucky that we're on a season what everyone watched because everyone was at COVID. We're lucky that it was a very diverse cast. It was a great season, and I think it's I think what we say in the UK is it was the American version of is it Six? Bianca Del Rio,
yes,
Courtney, Adore. It's very that Bimini Chase Lawrence. It's very all that, you know. So I think it's that cast what's stacked with stars what's come out of the show. Do you know what I mean?
The whole season was great, but you had so many moments. Like you had, like I just said, like your design challenge that really shocked me and went out of the way. You had the Joe Black moment. You had so many things, and then you had UK Hun.
Yeah.
Like that was the banger. And I remember being in my car. I think it was the first Drag Race song I ever downloaded too.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the first ever song, I think, what really went chart globally. Yeah. And it made a historic moment. I've got it tattooed on my arm here, the Bing Bang Bong. And yeah, and it's been 5 years. And I think now, I believe we're doing a 5-year reunion.
Like traveling?
Yeah, world tour. All the girls. We've just been doing all the posters and stuff, doing the shoots.
So cool.
So all the girls are gathering again, and there might be a little other stuff coming with it. But yeah, we will be touring.
That's
5 years in the
exciting.
game. First time we've ever done a tour all together since the month after the season finished. So it's been 5 years since we've all actually been together.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Exciting.
Are you hoping there's gonna be new music, or what do you think? Is there gonna be some of that coming?
I can't give it all away too soon.
For sure.
But there's conversations happening, and yeah, I mean the tour is going to be January 2026, and it goes through till February. So very exciting.
That is very
a lot of
exciting.
preparations underway.
Yeah. And getting the girls all back together.
Yeah, I mean, the group chat's been popping off. It's been interesting trying to get everyone to respond because everyone's doing everything. I mean, Lawrence is in Vegas, Bimini's traveling everywhere DJing, Tace is currently doing a music video and like her own solo stuff as well. So it's chaos.
Yeah.
But I'm there holding the flame.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's take a break. When we get back, we are going to gonna go into your past with some pictures. Are you ready?
Triggered.
Well, we are back now. Awhora, before we get into some pictures from your past and kind of going down this memory lane, there was a question that a lot of people had, and they wanted to know, it might be bringing up somebody that might be a little bit dramatic, a little bit problematic recently. Miss Willem.
Aha.
Why did you tell Willem that UK season 3 was filmed in 10 days?
So, there's a whole story to this. So, Tace had just done a Nasty Gal collaboration. We had a bit of a party. Willem turns up, and we left this event and we went to go to our hot spot in London called Old Compton Brasserie. So we sit around the table, we're talking. She's like, "Oh, I want to come along." We sat, we're talking. She's asking like, "What's the new season like?" Blah blah blah. What's up? Because it was, I think, the season 3 was about to come out, or it was airing at the time. She's like, "Who do you think is gonna win?" Blah blah. And obviously, you're just talking to the girls. You're just keeking at the table. So I was like, "Oh, girl, apparently they only went like 2 weeks ago and come back like a couple of days later. It's like 10 days, 14 days to film this entire season, apparently," which I was told by XYZ on the cast. I was like, girl, they even filmed an episode in a day, which is obviously Drag Race is filmed, 2 to 3 days an episode. They filmed a whole episode in a day. They did a mini challenge. And obviously we didn't know what the challenge was, but I didn't realize that episode was when they did like a ball, and the ball had an element where they had to run backstage, go through charity boxes, put an outfit together as a look for the ball, and go out. So obviously the challenge was in the runway section. So when we were like, they filmed a whole episode in a day. Wow, they're rushing. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, never known. And that is true. What was wrong with that? That's gossip. Just talking. So she goes on her pod and she's going, yeah, so season 3 is this, blah, blah, blah. No, she didn't even said I told. She just said it was a rumor. And then when I went on Race Chaser not long since, she asked me and said, well, you told me the bullshit. And I didn't say anything. I went, what? No, I didn't. I went, whoop, and just left it at that. Kept it cute. And then she dropped in this mistress thing saying, well, Awhora, this time Awhora didn't tell me this. Bitch, I told you one thing. Sorry to be a drag queen who gossips, who likes to tell a story. You know? Does a pope shit in the woods? Does the shit pope in the woods?
There's a shit pope in the woods.
I don't know. There's a shit pope in the woods, girl. So fuck it. So yeah, so whatever. So I don't know why it's a whole big thing, but Willem, it's on site, bitch. It's on site. But no, but yeah, so I don't know why it became a thing, but yeah, so, but Willem just likes to drop names and she likes to talk and we love her for it.
Yeah. Are you friendly with her? Have you mentioned anything after?
Me and Willem have always, like, we've never mentioned that, but, you know, Willem's Willem and I'm me.
Yeah.
We do us.
All right.
You do you, I'll do me, and together we'll be us.
And then the shit will pope in the woods.
And then the pope will shit in the woods, and the shit will pope. But yeah, I don't have beef, but sometimes things that are said behind closed doors should stay behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds sad.
All right.
End of.
You ready for your picks from the past?
Oh God, what would Baby George say?
Let's talk about Baby George.
God.
What does this memory bring back to you?
Greece with my family. We tan well. I'm tanned. My sister had braids to her ass. And I remember I met this girl who was 21. It was her birthday. She told me she was Cinderella. And I wanted to give her a show, so I put on a bikini, bitch.
Hey!
And I said, look. So I went down, and I think that was the night I proposed to her in this outfit, and I lived.
Stop it! You proposed to a girl?
I was in love with her.
Oh my God!
I used to have girlfriends. I was a late gay. But yeah, so that's just me in my element. I mean, not a lot's changed. I'm still wearing a batty rider. I'm still wearing a bra undone. I'm still bronzed to hell, and I'm still smiling through my teeth. So tits and teeth. And I probably got a jock strap on under there.
You said that you tan well, and there was a question, and I'm going to say, and these girls on the internet want to know why you tan so much, why you like being darker, what the tea is on that.
So there's the core of it is you can get a makeup wipe on my arms. This is the color I am.
Yeah.
I will show here. You can see my skin. I have all of my body psoriasis. I can't get rid of it. It's a problem. I use steroids. I use everything. The only thing what will stop it and make it look like this when it's not like spread up my body or on my face is sunbeds, tanning beds, which is the UV light. You can do Russian ones, which is like I think it's a different color, like a pink light or something. I tried it, scalded me. My skin was peeling off. Awful. So I just use your general ones. I go on like twice a week. Monday and Friday, I do about 8 minutes, and it keeps my skin clear. Well, it maintains my psoriasis. Yeah. Of course, my family has got good skin. Like, they tan, bitch. Sorry, but I am tanned.
Yeah.
And then also, in the UK, the weather is shite. The girls will, like, in the UK, girls are orange. Girls are tanned. So also my drag brand is like to also be the chavvy girl. That isn't anything to be part of it, but what I'm saying is if I was to fake tan, it's honestly British, like, chav culture.
Yeah.
Like to be orange with thick black brows, blonde hair, and piercings. Bitch.
Period.
Like, that is just how it is. It's just like chavvy aesthetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we are like that. Like, Essex is prime for it. But I think over here in the US, you don't obviously, like, me being on Drag Race at that time was one of the first girls probably in that vibe. So it was a bit like, oh, what is this? But the girls, like, you've probably seen more like Tamara or other girls since then, like, that is like it's like the mathy and MILF vibe, but like how we are in the UK, it's the chav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
But I don't see like I'm educated. I'm not trying to rip off anything. I'm not wearing any kind of wigs. I steer away. I mean, I'm lucky that we had the movement because I did have a dreadlock wig for Drag Race when I first went. For the prehistoric runway. Thank God I didn't wear that because, girl, and like that's me. Like that wig was gorgeous. I spent £1,000 on it. Do I wear it? No. I'm not trying to be anything but myself.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not trying to be anyone else but me, with a gorgeous little glow and some big DSL lips. And
we all love some DSL lips.
Little cushion for the pushing.
Yeah.
Rest that dick on the pillow. That's what it is.
Wait, so you mentioned Taste, and I know that you guys had lived together before.
Yes.
I want to know from you, what was the best thing about living with Taste and the worst thing?
The best thing I got out of living with Taste generally is her positivity, her mental attitude. She starts every day. Like, you will be in the kitchen. Taste was a stoner back then. I don't know if she's as much of a stoner now. She used to like knock herself out with the weed to go to sleep because she's very hyper all the time, which is great. Like, she's got so much energy, but I think that's then her downfall where she sometimes can't die down or calm down like at night. So she needs the weed to calm. Maybe that's out of context. I don't know, but that's just how she was. And so she'd take herself to bed, but bitch, she would wake up at like 11, 12 in the afternoon, and all you'd be in there in the kitchen is, and you'd just hear that from the other room, and I'd go, Taste is awake. And then all of a sudden you just say this music like New York City is the hottest place for a honeymoon. Like this, whatever music it was, it's this weird song playing whilst she, like, and then all of a sudden she walks in and she goes, hello, Chuckies, let's go, the day is young. And like, that was how she would start the day. Like,
You're lying.
No joke. Like, she wakes up and she never used to wake up in any mood or like tired. She used to wake up like, mama, let's go, baby. Like, do you know what I mean? She'll go, hi. She'll like, hiya, baby, come on. Like, let's go. And you're like, all right, okay, let's have a coffee first.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damn.
And that was the best thing. Just always, like, you could have the worst day at work or the worst day at wherever and come back and she'd just pick it up. Do you know what I mean? Worst thing with Taste is she's, no, it's not even a bad thing. She loves to Uber Eats, but like, or she can have 5 Uber Eats a day, right? She'll be like, oh, I fancy Chinese. Gets a Chinese. Oh, I fancy a wok. Fancy KFC. Like, and if she fancies it, she'll order the biggest amount of food, like enough for a family of 6.
Yeah.
She'll eat 1 or 2 bits. Oh, I'm full. She's full. And she'll just leave it on the side in the microwave, and then she'll pick it maybe a couple of days later or whatever. And that's it. And she'll also continue. She'll have like maybe 6 takeaways on the side, what she's half eaten, like not in a mess or like boxed away, but like she'll be like, oh, I'll come back to it. But then she'll order something else in an hour later. Yeah. Good on her.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow. 5.
She can throw it back, but girl, she's still skinny as fuck.
Right?
Yeah. Still never will put on weight. Hate that bitch. Hate that bitch.
Well, we're going to take one more break. When we get back, I have one last picture here, but it's going to be a little bit of a conversation with you that we're going to talk about. So we'll be right back.
Gagatantra.
We are back. I'm here with Awhora, and I said that we have one more image that I need to show you. It's more of a screenshot of something that you had put out, but it is something that I know that you want to talk about, something that the audience wanted to talk about. So let's go into this this statement that you made about your Klub Kids.
Oh, this is a big one.
So there was a lot of drama that was going around from Klub Kids, which was what, a management, technically, like a company? How would you describe it?
So Klub Kids was running for years. It was it's like the UK Boss events.
Okay.
It was that. It was run originally by someone else who did it really well. He then sold the company to an individual who was originally a dancer or worked in DJing for this guy who owned Klub Kids. And he decided to not do the company anymore, so this guy took it over. And when this guy took it over, it was going great at the start. But what he did is he was like, look, if you want to work with Klub Kids, you have to sign exclusively for management in live fields, not for like TV or ads or anything like that, or PR or campaigns. It was just for your live work.
So you get off Drag Race, and
Before I even got off Drag Race, he scouted the girls.
Okay.
So he had like me, Tace. He did the first ever United King Dolls tour.
Okay.
Which was right after the show, and which was sold out every day. But this man is clever. Very clever.
Yeah. Wait, so you signed on for live stuff?
I signed on for live, and I worked with him solidly for probably the best part was 2 years. Things started going a bit wrong 3 years in.
Okay.
And then I was officially out of it. Not last October, the October before. So that would have been 2023. 4. Last year, this is 2025. No, 2023.
Yeah.
Out of it round then.
Okay.
So, yeah, and it ruined my life. He ruined drag for me. It's been a big thing. In the UK, before you go on Drag Race, back when we were doing it, you do gigs for 3 hours, £80, which is like $120.
Okay.
For 3 hours. That was it. No tips. That's how you just work. We've just come off the biggest TV show ever. We don't know what we're worth. So he got us before that. He already knew what he was doing. We did the United King Dolls tour, sold out. He was making something like, he gets the venues for free on a bar tab. Like they say, if you spend this amount with the bar, you get the venue for free. So he weren't paying for the venues. We were selling out dates, and we were only getting paid like £1,000 a night. And we weren't realizing what our value was. We were like, £1,000 a night. Oh my God, this is amazing. So we were doing this fee, like, and then we started realizing the money he was making, because then he was buying a penthouse, he was buying a Range Rover, he was buying so many things. Like I can't say too much, but like he was buying stuff. What we were thinking, this ain't.
Yeah, it's not adding up.
Where's our money?
Yeah.
Raised the issue. We eventually got our fee to like 1.7. And worked. What happened was I had a TV agent separate to that who got me a lot of work. They fuck me over. They do a runner with all my money and just leave me. And I'm like, fuck. I've got tax bill to pay. Like, what do I do? So I speak to this manager, my live agent, and I say to him, look, I've just lost all my money. I've lost everything. I don't know what to do. I'm living in London, like it's a lot. I've got savings, but obviously like I was always smart with my money, which is a good thing, which is why it helps me later on. But like I said to him, look, I have now lost all this money, which is like 8 months worth of work I've lost, with nothing to show for it. And at the time, I took a break out of touring because I wanted to do more other stuff. I was doing other TV, like X on the Beach and stuff, and whatever other shows I was doing. I was doing other stuff because I wanted to, like, I really dedicated 2 years to touring. I was like, I want to separate. I says, look, I need you to get me this money back. Put me on every show. Put me on any tour. I'll do it for whatever fee you can get me. Just, I need to get some money back. He says, don't you worry. I will get you working. I worked. If you looked at my body of work maybe 2 years ago, I did not have a day off. I was doing every bar, every gig, every tour, Lady Marmalade tour. Then I was going on to another Mode tour, and the thing is, the sales weren't happening because he was, at this point, I kind of separate when I knew it was getting messy. And so then I'm working for him. I says, look, I need my money. Like I says, I've just worked 2 months. Like, can I get the money? Like it's, 10 grand, whatever it was. Yeah, I'll send you 3 now, but then I'll send you 2 tomorrow, just because I've got to wait for this thing to process. Okay, cool. So then he would take my money, go book Trinity the Talk with my money to bring her over. Use my money for deposits for little girls. This queen wants 30 grand up front, so he owes me 50 grand. So he takes my 30 and gives it to this queen. And I'm begging for this money because I'm still out of pocket from my last agent and I'm out of pocket for this agent. And I'm going through my savings, what I've saved from Drag Race, from the start, if I want to go on an All-Stars or anything, to have. And my money's going boom, 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 boom. And I'm not seeing anything coming in. It's getting to a point now where it's over like 6 digits.
Wow.
And I'm worried. And I says, look, I need this money. And so drugs become involved. Here's a bag of Coke. Because I'm also overworked where I can't function to do another show the next day. So it's go, do the show. There was a time when we were doing Edinburgh Fringe, and I'll never forget it. I feel like I'm really upset. And I was with Kiki Snatch, and there was another Sminty Drop. And we was in this basement of a hotel, and I was crying, and I said, I can't do it anymore. I said, I can't go on stage now. I physically can't. My body's in pain. I said, and I'm you're mentally just so not there. I was like, I'm just not there. And he was like, just go out and make the money. And I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't do it. And he goes, that's fine then. I'll go on the mic and tell them that you don't want to come out tonight. All those people who waited to see you, I'll tell them that you don't want to go out tonight. So then what do I do? So then I was like, okay, get you know, and then you've got to go do a meet and greet. And it's all like tits and teeth, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I was just trapped. And like, the thing is, I've actually never spoke about any of this. And it was just so, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to, but I don't give a shit at this point anymore. But like, it just got to such a point where like, I was mentally fucked. Like, you gotta think, like, getting into drag for 5 hours, we wake up thinking, I'm even gonna get paid. Like, how am I gonna pay my rent next month then if I'm gonna keep using my savings? How am I gonna do this anymore? And you just start to see yourself just like break. And so many queens go, oh, girl, just shut up, get over it. Like, you know, money comes and goes. It doesn't like that. Like, when it gets to that point and like, you don't want to do drag anymore. Like, because you think, why am I doing it? I don't see any benefit.
Yeah.
My body's in pain. I'm investing money into costumes to not get anything out of it. Like, I do it for the fans because I love the fans, and I do it because I love the show. And I was the one who used to go to these shows, and I used to go and watch them. Like, I used to watch Aquarium, I used to watch Naomi Smalls, like, and I was gagged. I was like, oh God, I'd love to be like that. And I don't ever want to feel like I let an opportunity go or didn't give those people who were me that chance to, if they waited for months with a ticket to see me. But it would get to that point where like fans could see the exhaustion and could see we weren't doing it like we wanted to. We were standing on stage with a projector and one light, like, because it was just about him getting the money. And so you just sit there and you go, like, what now? And then basically, I get a message from him well, no, it wasn't. It was a message from Lawrence Chainer saying she's going to expose, because he owed girls money. He owed me the most. He owed Jimbo, Jujubee, loads of queens. And so we're all thinking, we're going to get the money eventually. Like, there's so many queens still unpaid. I'm still unpaid. There's so many queens who were waiting. And Lawrence said, look, Lawrence did a threat saying he was going to put it out on Twitter. And he paid Lawrence. But then Lawrence went and outed it right after he got paid, which, great for Lawrence. Like, I'm not mad at Lawrence for that. But then that meant now none of us could get paid because then he knew it was out there. And that was always the thing. It was like, well, if you put it out there, then I can't ever get you the money. Because he was saying to me, I'm selling the company. And the company, someone's going to buy it and they're going to pay me a lot of money. And that's what's going to pay you all off. Then I can just leave the company. He said it's not even worth what they want for it. But because obviously he fucked the company up so bad and the reviews were terrible. The shows were selling like 10 tickets sometimes. Like, it was so bad because it was oversaturating drag. That's why drag is so like not good in the UK anymore, because people think that the shows are going to be what he was giving it, because it was just about the money. It wasn't about production. It wasn't about costume. It was just get on stage, do a twirl, and get the money. That was how it was. And so it got to that point where like basically he messages and goes, that's it. And that was it. And I obviously go into it with the court and stuff and go into it with lawyers. And this person owes $795,000 in tax. So anything that is repossessed from the company because he went liquid, he liquidated the company, went bankrupt, I think, or something. And whatever is repossessed out of the company from liquidation goes to tax first. There's not 795,000 in that company. So we'll never see our money.
Wow.
Because what he did is he registered it as a company and he registered himself as an employee. So the money, he was paying himself a wage. So whatever then, when the company liquidated, they can't touch him or his money. So we can't touch his penthouse. We can't touch his Range Rover. We can't do that because he's a separate entity. The company's a separate thing. So he now DJs in every gay venue in London, in all the gay bars. What these promoters have now chose to do circuit party over the Queens because he fucked us over and now created a new scene with the circuit gays. And now it's all about that in London. It's all about harnesses and MG and whatever else you want to do. Sniff the poppers and wear a jock while he DJs in the booth sweating with his twinks. While no queens get booked and none of us are paid and we're all fucked.
Wow.
Yeah. And no one's, this has never been said, but here it is. Exposed.
Exposed.
Yeah. And you know what? I had to give up my life in London after 11 years. And I left and got a house up north in the middle of nowhere and I live there now. I left all my friends, left everything because I couldn't afford to live. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and do it wrong, like I was vile last year. When I had to make the move, I really thought my life was over. To the point where like I was so suicidal. So like I had no purpose. Like I didn't know how I was gonna get out of this situation with money. I owed money like from like places like with like tax bills, and I'd used everything I had. And so I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, it's so much money. And so then I just had to start again. I said, I need to leave London and just start again. So I got a little farmhouse, and I live in the little middle of nowhere, and I just live a quiet life. And I just, when I'm not working, I lock myself away. When I am working, I turn up to the gig and I do it even better now because I'm so focused on me. I'm not distracted by the party scene or going out or anything like that because where I live, there's just fields and flowers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's been a blessing at the same time. But there was no way I could just stay in London seeing him being promoted on posters on the streets, DJing. It was killing me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, to that same point, I know that he had put out a statement and I found the statement disgusting because it was a picture
topless
of himself shirtless.
Yeah.
And I think that just took everything.
That he's working on himself and his mental health. His mental health, he, to silence me, threatened to put out a accusation, what was very serious, in association with a previous thing that someone tried to say about me, to really ignite it, to try and make it a thing, to make it believable. Because it was never true, but like he thought this would be the way to get me to shut the fuck up because he knew how much it affected me. That's how dark this man works. And he's just living his happy life now. Do you know what I mean? Like he lives.
He had no repercussions.
And he's like, I've been so depressed, blah, blah. When this was all happening, he was doing OnlyFans, doing it in apartments in the gay village, like where we all work, like on the cruise, on the prowl, like, do you know what I mean? And there's been no like remorse. There's been no like, and then the gag is there's some queens which I think eventually like, they've come around now, but some queens were still working with him under the radar, and he was still booking girls after this had all happened. And he was still going to clubs saying, I can get you queens, just don't tell people that it's through me. And he was still working the scene. And there was 3 queens who were only just stopped working with him because I don't know if they felt they had to still work with him, but because they were probably, I don't know what their situation was. I mean, he blackmails you, so I don't know. But he still does his things under the radar, still gets away with it. But like, it's just, I don't think he'll ever understand like how much he has ruined the scene, but also ruined so many of us. Like, this was meant to be like the best time of my life. I can't remember half of it because I was fucked up on drugs. Like, I'm not saying like he was the one who was going to supply me all the time, but he was exhausting me to the point where that was my only option to go for. Yeah. And he was getting people to get us the contacts, like to do it because he knew that was the only way we could work. It was wild. Like, I can't, like, fans don't even know this. Like, we would do a show and you finish the show to save on, this is how tight the man is, to save on money for the hotel. Say we had a show in Scotland, which is like the top of the UK. The next show would be in Wales, which is like the bottom of the UK. That's a 9-hour drive. We finish the show, pack up, 12 o'clock at night? He puts it in the back of a van. He says, right, sleep. We get to Wales at 6, 7 in the morning. We can't check into our hotel till 3 o'clock for the next day. So we go to the venue, we do rehearsal, we get into makeup, and we do the show after sleeping in a van for 9 hours. And I can't sleep in a van.
Yeah.
I can't sleep with moving car. So I never slept. So I was then going and doing a full show again the next day, just so we could save money on a hotel for that night. And the payment was, we'll get you a McDonald's halfway. We'll have a pit stop halfway and get McDonald's, have a toilet break. And that was it. That was me. And the girls will all back me on that. And it was the van would break down. It was a van he bought for like £900, a really gross van. Many queens, big icons will tell you how rogue this van was. And yeah, that's how I felt. but like girls will let you know how crazy these things were. Like some of the hotels, it was promised 5-star hotels. No, we weren't. We was in hotels where there was blood in mattresses. Like it was crazy. Like he was doing everything as cheap as he could to make as most money as he could, and no one knew any of it. And that was 3 years of my life, and that was meant to be the prime of my career. Like I finished Drag Race, I thought, this is it, I'm a star. Like that was how I lived. And it wasn't until I went on like the Voss tour, the Drag Race tour, you really realise what a show is. You really realise what being looked after in catering and welfare mentors and girls like, running backstage checking if you need anything. That's when you realise, okay, this isn't how it should be.
When you took when everything was like to court and anything, did you get anything out of it, or did you just come out?
No, so you can seek advice of a lawyer for free, and then there's something called equity, performance equity, where they can try and reimburse. But it's one of those things where because I can take him to court, I can probably pay a fortune in court fees. But at the time, obviously, I had no money, so I couldn't afford to do it. But it's that thing of like, well, you can get so far for free, and then obviously they'll say, look, you need to start paying something now while the court case continues. But they said to me, the reality is you can fight this battle. You will win it. You will win because I've got the evidence. I've got the receipts. I've got the messages. I've got the blackmailing. I've got all of it on proof. You win. Right, what do you earn a month? He does his work in cash in hand. So he doesn't earn anything. So what can you afford to pay Awhora every month? £5? £10 a month? I'm never going to see the money that I'm owed over a lifetime. I'll die before that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, what's the point of the stress of going through all? Yes, I want the validation. Yes, I want the victory. I want to see it all be out there. But like, I also want my own peace.
Exactly.
And I also want to get my life back on track.
Yeah.
And I want to find the joy in drag again and find the love for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then that's when you go, well, what do I do? So then I was like, I've got to just think about me. I've been doing it for someone else for so long. It's time to do it for me. So like, that's what I do now. I will work to my time and do it to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How are you today? Like, how did you get yourself, I guess, back to doing all of this?
I had to do like a bit of counselling, therapy, and that I reached out. There's a number in the UK, it's like a help lifeline, and I called them. I said, look, it's the thing of, it's a promise I made to Cherry, which it was past, and she always said, like, there was a time when I can't remember what it was. It was just, I think it was just for Fashion Week, and I was like, look, sometimes I said, I just want to jump off that balcony, and she went, because she used to help give us all that counselling, and she was like, you ever feel like that, you fucking let me know. She said, because I swear to God, if anything happens to you, I'll fucking kill you myself. She's like, I'll do it. And like, so when it got to, so I always said when she passed, I was like, my thing to her will be that if I ever feel that way, or mentally in any mindset, I'll be so mad at myself for not doing what she wanted me to do. So I was like, I have to get out of this. So I was like, so the second I felt wrong, I called this number. I says, I didn't want to let my family know. I just called it. I went, I'm not okay. And they just sorted it. And it's that, and so it sounds crazy, but you just got to ask.
Yeah.
And it's there. And it did. And they put me through counseling. They wanted to go through that before I went on to medication and stuff. But obviously then I did do medication and changed my life. Lost weight on it. That's always a perk. But you know what I mean? So like, it's good. And I just slowly worked to myself. And I said, I just stripped everything back to basics. Said, what do I love about drag? I love making something. Like, I got so comfortable with having to work quick. So I was like, I'm going to have to get someone to make something, commission it, hit this designer up. And like, there's a different feeling of going on stage and wearing an outfit that I've made and feeling that pride than when I go on stage wearing something else that, yeah, I've designed it, but it's not made by me. And that's what I do now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do my conceptual things and I found my joy again with it. Yeah. And that's what I had to do. Like, I got so wrapped up in wearing a flat human wig and wearing just a thin lash and a wing liner and trying to be pretty in a little bra and a panty because it's all I could do. I was lazy. No. Get the yak wig out, tease it at the root, put on an acrylic toenail and fucking go, girl. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And wear those shoulder pads what Lady Gaga wore in fucking 2004. Give them a rah, rah, rah.
Yes.
That was it. So I've gone back to that now and I'm happy. Like, that is all it's about. It's just like knowing why you do. It's so easy to get lost in Drag Race and get lost in what people are doing and keeping up with the trends. But then just realize what was you doing, what got you on the show? Because that was what made you a star in the first place. Yeah. So then you just have to go back to it. And that's what I did. And I'm back to being that bastard whore.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And the fans love it too. And I think that you have had a really great fan base. And I think that they are always there for you.
Yeah.
And like you said, they're little cunty bitches. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're your cunty bitches.
It's brutal, but it's good. But I mean, it's that thing as well. It's like, I signed up to be the bitch. I signed up to be the villain. I said in my audition tape, I'm the villain. Yeah. So you can't be mad at what you got. So work with it, bitch. And I worked with it, and here I am again, ready to bully some more hoes.
Well, speaking of bullying some hoes, we have our last little segment that is the fan questions that we have for you. So we're going to ask these and see what you have to say.
Okay. Oh, God, why am I nervous?
Don't be nervous. Ah! In your mirror message, you said, talk about sexual tension. See you at the sauna. Lots of love, Awhora. How often do you go to the sauna or bathhouse?
Do you know what's a gag? That episode, it was a roast. And this is why it doesn't make any sense. They said, the theme of the roast is love, sex, and relationship. So talk about your best relationship in the world. And I was like, I want to just talk about my sex life. So I said, there was a story where I got so fucked up in London, and it used to be this gay club we used to go to, this gay night, what my friend runs, Bones, at Circle Soir. And we used to go, and afterwards, the saunas around the corner used to go there every Thursday. And we wouldn't go just to be like that. We would just go because we messed up and just go look at some penises.
Yeah.
It was that. It was young and stuff, but and one time I was so fucked, I was like, girls, I think I can walk on water. And they were like, what? And I literally walked, there's a hot tub built into the floor, and I just confidently walked out thinking I could walk on water and plummeted and literally knocked myself out flat the lot. So I told this in my set, and it was so hysterical that everyone in the room was laughing about it, because I went really over the top of the story and telling all the details. And they was like, that was my whole thing, this sauna story. So that's why when I wrote in the mirror message, see you at the sauna, it was because they was and so then they edited it all out. So when it wrote the mirror message, it made no sense at all. And also, even when I left the show, my exit line was different. They cut it because I came back around the corner and said something else, and they didn't even use that.
What'd you say?
Which one of you is that a fucking shit and not flush their toilet?
Yeah!
And then Lawrence went, wasn't me. I went, well, then what are you? Disgusting! And then walked off. I've never used it.
No, they didn't use Share Lloyd by Share Lloyd.
Yeah, something. It's like Share Lloyd by Share Lloyd. Yeah, so I stood there doing this, and then walked on and I went, which one are you? And they never used it.
I'm going to sing Share Lloyd by Share Lloyd or Rebecca G. Then. And don't forget all the trouble we got into.
Why does somebody not know how to flush a toilet after they've had a shit?
What do you mean?
Well, it was fucking one of yous. Disgusting!
And I went, which one are you? And they never used it. Yeah, British culture.
Oh my God.
In that, I was like, you've missed a gem. Because he was like, no one got it. One of the judges, I went, yeah, because it's British.
Yeah. Oh,
but whatever.
It's such a moment.
Yeah.
I saw she recently did a Pride set and she opened her set with that. And I was like, thank you. I love when people tap into their
giving
lore.
it feed in the gaze.
Yes. You confirmed on X that the reason why you were upset during the Untucked segment that you went off on Ellie Diamond was because they asked the question, who should go home tonight? Was that true?
Yeah, and there was also something else. what this is probably the biggest expose I could say. I probably should have said this earlier, but maybe I shouldn't. No, I will say it. Over the COVID break, me and Ellie Diamond became best friends. Best friends. We used to hang out secretly a lot. And I mean, I still love her. I still FaceTime her every day. She's my best friend. So this is not like, don't go for Ellie Diamond.
Yeah.
We love each other. She sent the cast dick pics in the break. So I said my read for Ellie Diamond was going to be, Ellie Diamond, just like the dick pics you sent us over COVID, your talent and presence here is the same. Small, pathetic, and mediocre. She found that out, and she said to me in the COVID break, you do know that love ballad song you've got with in the lip sync list, because you get your song sent before. That love ballad one is for you and Taste. I says, yeah, I know. She says, what are you going to do? Because you're going to have to lip sync as each other at some point. They're going to set it up. I said, well, if that happens, it happens, but we've planned it. It says we're going to be the first ever interracial gay couple to kiss on stage on the BBC. She went, gag. So when we went back and she found out I was doing that read, she said to production, I'm going to let you know. They've planned this if you can make sure we're holding to that read. So when the lip sync happened, when we got put up against each other, me and Tace, I said, Tace, let's not do it. I says, we'll stay on our own terms. And we did. And I didn't. I got kicked out and she stayed. And it was meant to be a double save, I think. Damn. That's why the following week it was a double save with Ellie Diamond and Tace. I'm not saying that was production doing it for that reason because she did a deal. Yeah. But she silenced me by telling them that, because they come up to me going, oh, just let you know, you can't do this, you can't mention that, you can't mention anything like COVID because it's got to have continuity. I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up, it's hilarious. Like, they'll love it. But yeah, so then we didn't do the kiss and I went home. So yeah, what was the question again? Yeah, so that was it. Damn. Gag, right? Because also I was a front runner at that point. Yeah. I had no lip syncs, 2 wins. Lawrence had 2 wins, 1 lip sync. Baby had 1 win. No, one win, 1 lip sync. Taste had 3 lip syncs, 1 win. I was the front runner. So that was the...
I was shocked. I was gagged.
I mean, it's sometimes best to eat the food fresh before it's out of date. Mm-hmm. So I always believe, like, I feel like, you know, I could have gone home the following... I could have just stayed another week and people gone, oh, I'm over it now. I'm glad they were left hungry. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it worked in my favour. It's better to be the robbed queen than it is to be the one who overstayed the mark.
That's always true.
Because who was talking about Ellie Diamond? Love you, darling.
And last one I have for you before we wrap all this out, because we got to get you to Long Beach. What are the top 3 songs that you were listening to right now?
Oh, I'm rubbing a corn cob on my clit. Loving my daddy, don't hear me queef. That 24/7 on loop. I want to do a performance to it.
You so should.
I want to be a full cowgirl for Pride. Living corn cob, like going for it. But I'm listening to Miley Cyrus, Walk of Fame, because we're in Hollywood and I've been living for it. What is the other one I'm obsessed with? Where's my phone? Because my music's weird, girl.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I love that the corn cob on your clit was the first one you said.
I think it's in the bath. Oh, no, it's not that deep. It's Miley Cyrus and probably Hannah Montana, Ordinary Girl. I'm not lying. I have it on repeat. Because I've just done a mix of it as well. Yeah. Because I'm doing a reveal of From Hannah to Miley tonight.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
But yeah, I love that. But like, honestly, my music is like chav. Like I'm like old school clubland 90s, like Pretty Green Eyes, like You're a Superstar. Like I love that. I'm like the party girl who never goes home. I just love that music. But to be honest, I don't really listen to music. Yeah. I listen to I like to sit in silence. I'm so like I'm so badly like ADHD to the point where like I need my head's going like this. I can't hear anything. So that's why I talk so fast. I'm always trying to get something out, and that's why like I think obviously I make all these statements what you've seen all the time because I don't get an idea made. I feel like I have to write it. So I always dig myself in a hole. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You get there?
I do.
Like I'll be in the kitchen. I'll be thinking, fuck, I need to straighten that wig. but I'm still washing the dishes, but I need to put that pizza
Yeah.
in. And I just can't.
Your mind's too scattered. You got the ADHD brain.
Yeah. As soon as I get an idea made, I have to start it. I'm like, oh, I want to paint that wall green. Get the paint, go. And I'm going.
That is so
Give me 1
me.
hour and I'm painting that wall green. And I've still got the dishes going.
Yes.
And they're not finished. The pizza's burnt now. And I'm painting. I want painting. But then I'll go, actually, that wall needs painting and all. Let's go for it. And it's like 1 a.m. and I'm still wide awake. I'm in bed like tapping my foot like this.
So true.
Can't cope. But yeah.
Whoa. We're coming to our end. I've had so much fun with you.
Thank you. You
I'm
too.
so glad that we did this.
I'm glad you did. I'm joking. That's the horror. No, yeah. I had so much fun.
But what's coming down the pipeline? What can fans expect? Where they can see you? What's all the
We've
tea?
obviously got the reunion.
Yes.
I've got... What else am I doing? We're here in LA. I'm living my life in London. I don't work with Klub Kids anymore. So if you want to see a good show, I will give you one. I'm doing some exciting TV next year at the beginning, which I'm back on your screens again, which is exciting. Another dating thing. Love Island. I'm joking, it's not.
Oh, I was gonna be like, Yay!
Imagine. No, I'm doing another dating thing. And then, just bits and bobs. Just honestly, keeping myself to myself, thriving, and probably going to get a dog.
What kind?
One with 2 legs and a dick.
2 legs, not 4. You want 2-legged dogs?
Bitch, men are dogs.
Wait, that was perfect. That was perfect. Wait, before we end, I do want you on the traders. Can you get on the traders in some shape, form, or way?
I would love to mind fuck some hoes, but like honestly, I think there's other people they probably want more than me, but I would love it. I would love to do like the one thing I want to do. Don't even have it over here. Like it's called Total Wipeout.
What's that? Oh, is that like the thing?
Where
like
it's
the
like
big
assault courses, and you're on water.
Yes.
But I want to do it in drag. But like, I'm gonna give you this. What I do want. Hear me out. Are you a Disney gay?
Yes.
Remember Disney Olympics? For the
Yes.
right?
Yes, when they took the
drag race, Olympics, sports in drag, countries,
I would love that.
and we all compete in like a big arena.
I'm down for that.
Down.
That'd be
Bring
good.
it. Like, you know what I mean? You've got the UK girls, you've got the US girls, and you do sports. Swimming, me in a Swarovski bikini. Let's go. Eat it.
That would be amazing.
And another thing, because I'm also a producer in my own mind, do you not think Drag Race, when the girls lip sync, every girl should be given Rue dollars? And the girls walk up and tip the girl who did the best performance, and whoever has the most dollars at the end, that's the girl who stays in the lip sync, so they can't rig it.
Stop it.
Yeah, because we're tipping it over here in the US.
Yes.
So why don't they do Rue dollars, and then the Rue, every judge's vote is worth 2, and then the girl who wins is worth 2, and then the rest of the girls is just 1. And they go up and they put it into the girl's bucket. And then whoever's got the most dollars at the end, she stays that week. Gag, right?
So good.
So then you can't say production fucked it or anything. So it's not, that's, obviously they probably don't, but like that's a way to clear it, make it clear.
I love that.
Tipping.
Tipping.
We love the tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip. And dogs with 2 legs and a dick.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm Joseph Shepard. This is Awhora. Where can everybody find you on the socials?
At Awhora on Instagram, at Awhora Queen on TikTok, and I think that's about it. I don't really go on social media anymore. I'll upload. And then OnlyFans is CompigSlut101. I'm joking, it's not.
I was like,
No. And that's it. But yeah, don't see me through a screen, see me at a show.
yes.
That's the way to do it.
Well, until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff down below. And I'm going to leave you with this one question. Does a shit pope in the woods? My favorite favorite thing from this time. Bye, guys.
Bye. That's hilarious.
Hey,
Thank
so
you
good.
so much.